I'm looking. Give me a second. I'm the tech guy, but my computer's as slow as I am.
Can you just see it on my phone, maybe?
It says live.
Well, then it's live.
Well,
okay.
I was going to look at the... That's fine.
All right. Hi, everyone. Are you guys all going stir crazy from being home? Because I kind of am. This is like the biggest thing happening this week. That's pretty bad. There's nothing going on in the world right now. All right. So you guys came here so I could... Is it not working?
I don't see it on the... no, I see the drinks things. I got no notification.
Going on here because my tech guy is not the most of tech savvy people.
Well, it worked last night.
Shall I go check?
Yeah, check on there and see if it shows up because it's not showing up for me. I got no notification for it. I've got no...
Let's try again. I don't see it.
I don't know why. It says it's live. It says there's 4 people viewing.
Well, then it probably is live. Then you're doing it. You're doing a good job. Yep, maybe. I don't know. Okay. So it worked last night, but it doesn't work now. That's me. Oh, my tech guy.
How is it below other posts?
My tech guy. Okay, he's a good guy. Just not the most tech savvy. Okay, back to it.
That's fair.
Okay. Okay, we came here to talk about Norwex, and after I spent 5 minutes trying to figure out what my tech guy did, I'm going to tell you about it.
I'm low tech.
So anyway, a lot of you know that I had a kidney transplant just 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago, and so I want to let you know why I found Norwex, and it has to do with my kidney transplant. So this is a little picture of my brother-in-law, Scott's brother, Eric, who donated a kidney. I don't know how to say thank you for that. There's no way to say thank you for that sufficiently. But after you get a kidney transplant, you're no longer on dialysis, which is like the greatest gift you could give somebody. And but you also have to take immunosuppressant drugs, which a lot of people don't seem to know that. I've gotten asked that a lot of times, and that's so you don't reject the kidney. So you have to keep staying on these medications so you don't reject the kidney. But it does leave you susceptible to a few things. I'm sure a lot of people hear about it all the time in the news now, and one of them was a lung infection that I got. And the first thing the lung transplant doctor said when they figured out what it was, which took a long time, was keep your house as clean as possible or you're going to reinfect. And 2, don't use any harsh cleaners. So that I don't know how to do that. I really don't. That's not something I was familiar with. So I was kind of forced into finding something new. And I had a friend give me the basic package, and that's when I was like, okay, I can do this. This is okay. This is good for me. All right, so I'm just going to tell you about it and how it works. So, you're just giving me weird looks over there.
Oh, am I? I'm sorry.
All right, so all you gotta do is get your, can you even see me in there?
Yeah,
My
mostly.
tech guy again. He's really down on this.
I got too many screens going on at once.
Maybe you can just focus on one. Okay,
all right.
So I got my heavy cleaning agent, and it is water. That's it. Okay. So this is the microfiber that you're gonna use. I feel like I whipped through that because there was a whole hubbub at the beginning. So if I missed something, go ahead and ask a question. That's very possible. Okay, so there's 3 main ways to clean. That's what I want to tell you. 3 main ways. One of them is heat, right? So you can put your stuff in the dishwasher at really high temperature, use soap. You can boil water, boil your meat, cook it at a high temperature. That'll work really well. You probably don't want to put your wooden table into maybe a fire to clean it. But the other way is chemically. So if you maybe are using sprays with chemicals, or maybe you're using vinegar even, although I didn't have a lot of luck with vinegar. Oh, Scott, why are you laughing? You're making me nervous.
Because Holly's razzing me on the occasion. She tells me to get it together.
Yes! Right on, Holly! Listen to her! Okay, so...
Your dad's watching too.
Oh, cool. Okay, so is chemically. So if you are using disinfecting wipes, make sure you're using them correctly. You can use them correctly, but make sure you're using them correctly, and turn that little bottle around and look at the back and see what it says. Because one of the things it's going to tell you is to leave the disinfecting agent on for anywhere from 4 to 10 minutes. They vary a little bit based on the product. And you need to leave it wet with the product for 4 to 10 minutes for it to work. So that means if you're using wipes, you're gonna have to keep wiping that surface down and keep it wet, or maybe even get another wipe out. Then when you're done, you have to wipe it down with water because it says it's an irritant, caution, you shouldn't be eating it. That's a big deal on those. So you need to wipe it back down with water when you're done. So if you are using those, please at least make sure you're using them correctly. The other way you can clean is mechanically by like scrubbing or just using water in this case. So the microfiber in this is really just going to do everything you need, and all it's going to leave behind is water. That's not so bad. All right. So this is the EnviroCloth. That you can think of it as the E-cloth, the everything cloth. You can clean just about anything with it. I haven't found anything yet that I haven't used this cloth on.
It's their flagship item.
It is, absolutely. I actually had a dream one night that they stopped making the EnviroCloth, and I was like, no, you can't. I can't live without that. So they didn't, by the way. It was a nightmare. It's okay. It's not real. So, all right, so the E-cloth. All right, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about this cloth. So if you've ever bought microfiber before and you weren't in love with it, that's me too. In fact, it took me a long time to appreciate when people would say, oh, you should try that Norwex stuff. I was like, no, I don't like microfiber, I'm good. So that stuff you get at the store is usually about 1/6 the width of a human hair. I mean, that's pretty small, let's be honest. Can you see this? No, 1/6, so that's pretty small, that's great. But this is 1/200th the width of a human hair. And they wind those up together nice and tiny, nice and tight, so that they are literally gripping whatever is on the surface and pulling it away. So it's a mechanical clean. That's how it's pulling it away. The thread in this cloth, if you stretched it out, if you unwound it and stretched it out, it would start at the border with Canada and go all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. It is that long. It's about 1,800 miles. That's a long cloth, or thread, sorry. That's a long thread. Okay. With that tightly wound stuff, you can pick up 99% of bacteria from the surface of your countertops or just whatever you're wiping down.
Because of the number of crevices in the cloth. Yeah,
exactly. The surface area in here is huge. So yeah, it just picks up anything. And then after that, I mean, I just talked about, really, that's most of the cleaning right there is just cleaning it up, picking it up, and embedding it right down here into the fiber now. It's trapped in there. But it also has backlock technology, which is fancy word for embedded silver. So silver is antimicrobial. So it has silver in the thread. So after you've picked everything up, you're just going to go over and wash it off in the sink. And then, is Holly giving you a hard time again?
No, she's making comments. It's funny. But you can't see them because you're doing a presentation.
That's okay. So anyway, so you rinse it off in the water, get whatever surface gunk is out of there, and then you're going to hang it up to dry. I've got one hanging right here right now. And as it dries, that silver is going to act on anything that was left in there and kill it. So that's how you're cleaning everything, or 99%, with just water, okay? And I'm going to show that to you. It also, because that's going to inhibit bacterial growth, odor, mildew, mold, all that stuff. You're not going to have to worry about it. So I'm going to try to put my money where my mouth is with a nice little demo.
Yep, I got to get this over to the demo. Tech guy's doing his job, Holly.
Tech guy. Give him a hard time, Holly. All right. So I have some raw ground beef. Is it ground beef?
It's ground beef. We're having tacos tomorrow.
Ah, tacos. Okay. Probably you might want to move this way because
I'm in your light.
Lighting is not the
Let me walk over to the other side. We'll do it from this way. Well, no, now you're in the light.
No, that's worse.
Tech guy's terrible.
All right, let's just do the best we can. All right, I am going to put this on my surface. Ooh, yummy.
Yeah, look at that.
All right, now I got to get this off so I don't have just big chunks. All right, so...
They work on the chunks. Oops, there we go.
All right, that's gross. Wipe my hand off. Did anybody watch the other chicken demo? Because I really thought she did such a great job on it.
That was the black light one. That was cool.
Yeah, because she added some glow germ. That's like a nice little... All right. So what I'm going to use here is rapid protein residual test. Okay. So this is what they use, inspectors, when they come into like restaurants and they're testing to make sure their countertops are clean. Gotta be honest, not looking clean. All right. So if it's green, you're good to go. It's clean. If it's pink or purple, you should not be eating that. That is disgusting, okay? All right, so let's try it. Let's see if I filthied up my counter. It should turn out purple. What do we think?
Yep.
All right. And sometimes it can take a minute or two. Yeah, it's starting to change there. All right, so let's put that aside. And then I'm going to wipe it up. Probably didn't even, going to put it meat side up here. Meat side up. Okay. Now I'm going to try it again. All right, this one looks good. Let's see if this one's worked yet, because sometimes they can take a few minutes, so let's give them a few minutes. This is my meaty one. It's already changing color. You can already see it's a darker shade, but they do take a few minutes to work. So we can put that aside and come back to it in a minute and see if it hasn't already changed. But yeah,
it's nice, sort of a sickly blue.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat that anyway. Or I wouldn't want to eat off of that counter. Get them both going. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that because the light is there.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to try and go over to the other side.
Can you see it from here,
I'm going to make them sick by moving around all the time.
Ah, you're good at that. That's one of your specialties.
Yeah, you can see it.
All right, good. Well, we'll leave it here and we'll see. I mean,
yeah,
you
can see the
here.
darkness, but in this light, I don't know that you can.
All right.
I think you can. Look at that left one. Whoa, it's terrible.
I don't want to eat that.
Yeah,
okay.
No.
And you shouldn't. All right, guys. So
I'm going back, making everybody.
Of meat on here, but I actually don't mind because it's just it's trapped in the fiber. It's literally trapped in the fiber right now. So I'm just gonna wipe it on my hand. As long as it's trapped in the fiber, it's not gonna be a problem. Oh yeah, you can really see it now. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
Oh, that's gross, dude. Okay. All right.
Well, it is raw beef. I mean, let's be honest.
I shouldn't eat that. That goes all the way down to the protein level, by the way. So if you are somebody with food allergies where you can't have gluten or you can't have something else, this is a better way to clean your surfaces because it's going to get it all the way up. All of it. All right, so that is my EnviroCloth. I love that cloth, but it's not my favorite cloth. This is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite. Okay, did anybody watch the demo with Marshall? Because even he can do it. That is what I know. If my kids can clean with it, it's got to be good. So I don't know if I want to do a full demo for you guys because you already have that one, but...
And she already buttered my windows. And
I did. I buttered
Yeah, she buttered my fridge earlier.
I did. Okay, so let me just show you real quick. Like this, this gets
Hold on.
really dirty.
Do I have to come over again?
You gotta move, tech guy. Come on, tech guy. Gotta get your steps in.
That's true. I'm not teaching anymore. I've cut my steps in half. It's terrible.
Let me just show you that. There. Now my doesn't look all fingerprinty and nasty.
Hey, wait. Maybe I can say hi. Hey, it's Tech Guy.
The tech guy. All right. All right. That's my window cloth. Okay.
You're back.
This is my favorite item. Like, honestly, let's be honest. We all want to just clean and feel good that we've cleaned and we know that we got it all up. But if it doesn't shine, it doesn't feel good. So this one makes it shine and it makes it feel good.
It's also great for the inside of car windows. You ever have your windshield like with the streaks on it?
I hate the streaks. This actually gives
it takes
you
them off
free shine.
for real, legit. And if you have, I don't know, a lot of antique glass, Mom, you know.
Grandma, Gail, all of them. They all have antique glass. It actually, like, I had a friend watch me clean off a window once. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just, I could see fingerprints and I didn't like it, so I wiped it off. She's like, oh my God, are you wiping that with water? You're going to leave like water spots all over your table and streaks. And she's like, where are the streaks? Where are they?
I know. Well, even when you use Windex to clean a bathroom mirror, like you can't get the streaks off.
Expert.
And then whatever rag you use leaves little like fibers, and that thing's incredible.
That's right. I hate that. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're right. Okay, so I'm gonna make you get up again, tech guy.
Oh, hey, why not?
All right. So the basic package is what I just showed you, and that's my favorite thing out there. But this one is also super nice. It is the dusting mitt. Okay, so I don't know about you, but I really hate dusting. Because as soon as you dust, it goes right back into the air, and a day later, it's dusty again. And even if you use a spray, like when you spray, it goes from the force of the spray right up in the air, and after you're done, there's still stuff there. Not to mention that you're like, oh, now I put all this all over my surface. All right, so I'm just going to do a quick demo with this one because it's pretty quick.
Don't forget that.
Huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
What'd you say?
You hadn't staticified your
glove.
glove.
He knows the...
I've watched this demo twice now.
All right. So why does it work? It's the microfiber, again, tightly wound. It's going to trap it in there. Also, static electricity. I also really love it because you can give it to kids and they're like, ooh, I want to dust. Done. It's all in there. And then I take my little rubber brush and I shake it off either in the trash can, in this case it's just flour, so what do I care? And then, oh, that was fuzz from my mitt. Nothing, it's gone. That's my fuzz from my mitt. Okay, it works, it's great. I hate dusting, gotta be honest. It's not my favorite chore. All right, so.
Oh, hey. Tell Holly I'm going to put it back down. She's like, you're making me dizzy.
Good. Let him know, Holly.
I'm fine.
All right. Next thing I want to tell you about is the cleaning for your washing machine. Okay, so this is the Ultra Power Plus laundry detergent. It's a powder. I love this, by the way. But I'm going to tell you how to clean your microfiber because, like I say, if you take care of it, it will take care of you. So the way to take care of it, don't use bleach. It's going to degrade the fibers, so don't use bleach. Don't use fabric softeners or dryer sheets. I think a lot of people have kind of caught on that those aren't really good for us anyway, so don't use them with your microfiber. Basically, they're going to coat that microfiber, I do with my claw, here it is, with gunk. And the whole way it works is by having all this surface area, and if you've filled it up with gunk, you're not going to be able to do it anymore. So don't do that. And then the last thing is don't put it in with high lit items. So if you have a towel that's falling apart, probably best not to wash those two together, okay? And then as far as the detergent goes, any biodegradable detergent will work, or any detergent that has no fillers. So I didn't realize this, but most detergents have fillers in them. And they are a lot of times silicate, so they're essentially rock. So if you've ever dried your clothes out on the line and they come out hard, there's rock in there.
Christina says she's a huge fan of the laundry detergent.
Oh, isn't it great? Oh my gosh, it's so great. So, okay, this is what I thought was a really good detergent. I don't know how well you can see that, but that is a whole bunch. I'll just shake it up so you can really see it now. Of filler. That just came out. I just added water to it, let it sit for a couple of hours, and that's what came out. That's it. That is a problem for your fiber. So don't be using a detergent with a lot of fillers.
They put a lot of microplastic beads and things like that that are supposed to agitate the clothes or whatever, but they end up getting stuck in the fiber.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of them is, but it does cause a problem for your fiber. So don't use a high filler type of detergent. Something biodegradable works. And yes, this detergent is so good. Let me just tell you guys that I have a standard washer. So this will do this tiny little amount will do 25 small loads in your HE machine, okay? I have a standard machine. I fill up all the drum all the way to the top, and even still, so at first I was like, no, I don't want to use it a lot. I'm only going to use it on my microfiber. And then I tried it on like the stinky clothes, and I've been trying for years. If you have been around me for the last 3 years, you've probably heard me complain about the dry fit shirts I have to wear for, I have a cat problem in a minute.
I'm gonna, why not?
Hi, Cross.
You just keep talking. We'll film Crosby for a little bit. I'm the tech guy. I can do what I like.
So I have to wear these like dry fit shirts for coaching in 100 degrees and warm up the goalies, and they reek by the time I'm done. This is the first detergent I've ever had that actually cleaned them. On the first try, no less. Like the other ones, I'm like, yeah, it cleans it on the third try. No, thank you. I don't want to wash it 3 times. I just want to wash it once. It is great. The other thing I use it for is pretty much anything you can submerge. Like my vent above the oven,
oh God, yeah.
That's disgusting and it's full of grease.
Had like 10 years of bacon grease in it.
That's from you, tech guy.
I like bacon.
So I put it in a little pan with some of this, like honestly, just a sprinkle of this, and it's like the grease just busts out of it. It's fabulous I keep some in my kitchen for cleaning up here. I clean my carpets with it. I clean just about anything I can with it. I love it. So if you can get this, or you can get any, like I said, biodegradable detergent. Just take care of your microfiber. That's what you want to do. All right, the next thing I want to show you really quick is the cleaning paste. So this cleaning paste will last you pretty much a lifetime. I've had this, and I've been giving out samples out of it, and I've still got years and years coming out of this thing. All right, so this is the other 10%. Okay, so I said the microfiber can clean 90% of your home with just water. Okay, so sometimes your home has some worse than usual gunk, okay?
I gotta try and hold it steady again. You doing the oven?
No, don't. I'm not going to show them the oven.
Oh, it's pretty impressive, though. I mean, you really don't want them to see the inside of our oven. I get it.
I don't want to clean it. Okay, so...
Oh, this is a good one, too. She cleaned the door of our oven. It sparkles. The rest of our oven, not so much.
All right. I'm going to
That's a Sharpie, folks.
With a Sharpie, my beautiful hearts, onto tile. If you have kids and they haven't done this to you yet, get ready. It's coming. All right, so I'm going to use a little bit of cleaning paste with my EnviroCloth. Just a little bit. I don't need a lot. You do want to use it. So the main, you know, like you want to use enough because you want to be using the cleaning paste to scour it. The main ingredients are marble paste, soap, and coconut oil. And that's it. So you want to make sure you have enough that you're using the marble. Ground up marble is really all it is. I missed a spot. You can see it. And I don't think I used quite enough, but that's okay. It's still coming off. I could have used more and done it a little bit faster. Can you see my heart?
No.
Well, I know you can't see it.
Well, they can't answer. I was answering for them.
Good point.
Also,
Good point. Fair point.
As long as I'm adding here, you know, if you look at that tile, that's not a glossy tile.
Yeah, it's...
That's a sort of a, yeah.
Yeah,
it
it's
has little areas that the marker can get into.
Crevices.
And yet...
So I just use my EnviroCloth. Sometimes if I have a really tough job, I'll use a spear sponge, which is a little bit harder, like scrubbier. And then if it's really tough and I won't scratch anything, I'll use the spear net or like stainless steel, anything like that. It takes off things you wouldn't believe, and it's really fast too. Like you're just done that quick. You're done. So if you're like me and you're not super concerned with how pretty your home is, you're more concerned if it's clean, you might not need this. If you want it to look nice and shine, like honestly, people use this as an oven cleaner after the meal at night. Clean up the oven countertop, either ceramic or glass, whatever, and it'll make it shine. Okay.
Holly says you have no heart.
I have no heart.
You just erased it.
I did. I'm sorry, Holly. Okay. Oh, the last one I showed you. This was just for you, Holly. Okay. The mop. Okay.
Oh, they can't see the bottom. I gotta.
All right.
Tech guys gotta adjust.
All right. Yeah, I guess I should pick this up. Okay. So the mop system is. I'm gonna put that on there.
I don't know if that's better.
So the mop, the dry mop, is pretty much the dust mitt, except it's...
Your head's off the screen.
Except it's for the floor. Okay, so again, before, just like I was going to dust, I try to charge it up a little bit before I get going. And this is going to get up like so much stuff. Honestly, guys, I swept my floor and then I used this and then I was like, really? All that stuff after I swept? So that makes me a little bit nervous. All right, let's use it the wrong way. Okay, so then when I put it on...
Back it up right in front of the fridge because
they
can't see what you're doing right now.
All right. It's just Velcro. Just sticks right on there. Can you see it? And I don't know if you can see, but I put it on off center because this side over here, I'm going to be able to go around and get my baseboards, anything else, as well as just the floor. So you're just going to use it, in a figure 8 motion.
All right, there's a vertigo again, sorry.
Oh, God.
I warned her that my hands were shaky.
Oops. And then as you're going around, can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, you just get into the, up along the side. Because the baseboards get nasty, man. I don't want to clean that. That's all I'm saying. Keep going. I don't think I need to keep going. It's disgusting, probably. On my floor. Yep, that's full of gross. Okay, so this is where it gets fun and easy. My rubber brush. I'm going to come to my trash can. I'm just going to sweep it right in.
That rubber brush is good for a lot of things, too.
This is my second favorite item. Ooh, I just shouldn't have done that. So don't wave your rubber brush to the air while you do it.
But yeah, it takes all the cat fur off the couch and off of my suit jacket when I have to go to work.
Done. That's it. That's all I did. And my floor is much cleaner. Okay, but if you want to go that extra step, put water on your wet mop, put that down there, and do the whole thing. Do the whole thing. And your floor is clean, You've got everything off of it. You didn't add chemicals to your floor, so if you have kids that maybe pick things up off the floor and eat them, one, there's going to be a lot fewer things because you just cleaned them up. Two, you don't have to worry about what you cleaned your floor with. It was water. It's okay. It's just water. So you can do that. If you have hardwood floors that you care about, unlike mine, then you can use a little spritz bottle of water so that you're going to go over it really quick and then you're done. Okay? So you don't have to worry about getting your floor all wet and then ruining the finish.
Holly says it's like a Swiffer.
It is, except you're right, Holly, but you don't have to keep buying all those things all the time. You just buy it once and you're done.
And you can wash it.
Yep, then you just throw it in the wash. And that's it. It's fabulous. And actually, I keep this part like on days like today where it's nasty outside and brilliant. And I have dogs and they keep coming in and tracking wet mud through here. I just leave this and my mop right over there. And every time they come through, I just give it a little whoosh. And it gets nasty by the end of the day, but I cleaned it for you guys. Wasn't that nice? But normally it's disgusting because I'm cleaning up after my dogs.
You want to mention the walls?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, here's a great thing. If you have kids, you can get them to clean your walls. So it's clean right now. So I got it wet, and I gave it to Marshall, and I had him clean the walls. Now, why do I have to have him clean the walls? Because they climb the walls. They got fingerprints, feet, nastiness all over my walls. They like, American Ninja Warrior, that thing, all the way down the hallway. So, yeah, they can go over the hall or the walls and clean them. Well, that's what they have to do.
Yeah, and our fans spread dust all over the walls.
Oh, yeah. I know, yeah, they do. And so the walls up here were covered in like greasy dust. Not just dust, because it's a kitchen. Greasy dust. So that's when I got this out. You can't just use a dust mop on that when there's bacon grease embedded in your dust. You gotta use something.
Call me out for the bacon again. Like you don't eat the BLTs.
Sure. Okay. So the last thing, guys, I'm gonna mention, this is my own personal favorite item that was not mentioned. My personal favorite item is the window cloth. Not joking about that.
Like my mom with the grandkids.
Okay, but this is like my item that's not in the list. They're all the best. Come on, she's right. What can I say? That's part of why I did it, because I got a bunch of free stuff and I was like, it's all awesome. But it's the bath towel, or the hand towel. I guess the bath towel's great. I'll have to add that to my wish list. I haven't got that yet. Just the hand towel. So I put this in the kids' bathroom because I wanted them to have actually this has back lock in it. So again, it's not getting stinky, it's not getting smelly, and it dries really fast. So normally, like in the kitchen, so I had to use this today because I was washing it. I love these little guys. They're great little towels, but they get wet and they stay wet and they don't dry and then they start to smell. And I usually have to wash them about once a day. Once, sometimes twice, depending on what we're doing. And that's a lot of extra laundry. So when I got like my towel for the kitchen, this can go like 5 days. And you won't even, finally I'm like, you know what, it's probably time to wash that. But you can't smell it, it doesn't look dirty, it's self-cleaning. So the bath towel, the hand towel, that's exactly why I got it, because I didn't want it to be gross. And I wanted my kids to have that little bit of extra protection after they wash their hands in case they didn't do a great job, because that's probably what happened. So I got this, and I have stolen it. Because it is super soft, and you dry it on your face, and it's like the softest thing, and it's wicking the moisture away and without rubbing, and it never smells. It's my favorite. It's my splurge item that I am it's the happiest. I'm so happy I got it. All right, so that's the only thing I'm going to tell you about. I'm not going to go into any more detail on anything because I've done enough. But if you stuck with me till now, Holly, I know you're out there.
You still got 6.
I got 6. All right, if you stuck with me till now, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just really wanted to get the message out about Norwex because I didn't know about it, and I don't know who out there needs to know about it. Like, I needed to know about it, and luckily I had a friend who was like, I know what you need. But not everybody has a friend out there that knows what you need. So I mostly just kind of want to let people know about it, that it's an option for you, especially if you need it. If you feel like it's something that you can use in your life, let me know. You can place an order. But honestly, if you want to get some of this into your home, host a party. Like, we're doing them all online right now, so you've seen pretty much how it goes, but we can change it up a little bit. But host a party. I'm going to post an image in a little bit about all the stuff I got at my first party that I ever had, and it is tons. It's tons. It's hundreds of dollars of free stuff. And then you can really get it into your home and start using it and find out how great the product really is. Okay, so I think that's it. That's all I want to say. So if you made it this far, did you want to add something?
No, well, not really. I mean, I just, the stuff's been great. Like, I'm not a cleaning guy. I'm not.
No, but you use it in your classroom.
I use it in my classroom. I wipe down the desk before I eat. I haven't been sick, 2 times in 4 years, 4 days total. Like,
I don't really remember.
I don't get sick, and you know, like we've been healthy, and we don't really use anything else. We got rid of all the other cleaners, and you know, she's immunosuppressed, and
that's what I do.
Yeah, that's really all. She walks around the house doing that
because I don't want to get sick.
Yeah, I mean, just it's been great.
It is really good. So if you made it this far, go ahead and put the word crocus, because that's spring, into the comments down there, and I'm gonna get you in a, oh no, the first one that does it. That's right, the first one that does it. It's a race. First one that does it gets prize. All right. I think I'm gonna sign off. Bye guys. It was really fun. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really grateful. Let's see if my tech guy can figure out how to turn it off.
Yeah.